You're definitely not alone in believing that holding XRP could lead to life-changing wealth. Honestly, there are millions, and I mean millions, of people around the world who feel the same way. And guess what? I'm one of them. I've been holding on to my XRP for over 7.5 years now, and I haven't sold a single one yet, though I definitely plan to when the prices are right. What's even more exciting is that this group of XRP believers isn't just big, it's full of some of the smartest and wealthiest people on the planet. Several publicly traded companies are now holding XRP as a treasury reserve asset. Talk about confidence in its long-term potential. Let's be real. Companies don't invest in something they think is just a passing trend. On top of that, countless institutions around the globe and countless businesses have integrated XRP directly into their business models. Guess what? Most reputable chart analysts who follow XRP are saying the same thing. It's gearing up to explode again. XRP is about to go parabolic and enter price discovery for the first time in over 7 years. How exciting is that? We've already seen an incredible burst upwards, smashing into a new all-time high, but the real price discovery phase, that's still ahead of us, and it's the part I'm most excited about. I know you're probably just as pumped as I am because it's right around the corner. If you're serious about XRP or any crypto trading, here's your power move. Sign up to Bybit using my exclusive link below. Not only do you get a welcome bonus, but you'll also help support the channel so we can keep bringing you top tier XRP insights before anyone else. It takes 30 seconds, no KYC for spot trading, and you can deposit XRP directly. It's smooth, fast, and secure. Check that link below and get started now. Don't miss out on those trading bonuses while they last. Before we dive in, let me make something super clear. I don't have a financial background, and this is definitely not financial advice. Seriously, don't go buying or selling anything based on what I say, okay? Now we've got that out of the way. Let's talk crypto. As I'm recording this, it's Saturday, June 28, 2025. XRP is sitting at $2.18 and Bitcoin is at a whopping $107,524. Exciting times, right? All right, let's jump into all the juicy XRP updates. Check this out. I've got a ton of exciting XRP updates for you in this video. So here's a post from Crypto Wizard that caught my eye. He shared this earlier today at 2:04 p.m. Central, which was about 6 hours ago as I'm recording this. Take a look at the XRP price chart he posted. His message, don't jinx it. So is it finally happening? XRP is trying to break out of the falling wedge pattern. If it succeeds, we could see it shoot up to $2.80. And if it breaks $2.80, a new all-time high might be right around the corner. Honestly, I've seen so many chart analysts saying similar things lately. It feels like something big could be coming. I've been talking about this on my channel, and it's always exciting to see reputable analysts all saying similar things. There's no shortage of them either. What makes this so important, in my opinion, is that when you have a group of talented analysts with strong track records, all aligning on the same idea, or at least very close, it's usually a sign they're onto something. And right now, they're all agreeing on one thing. The next move is number go up. We can't say for sure when this is going to happen. Could be today, tomorrow, next week, a month from now, or even later. And honestly, that makes sense because no analyst out there can consistently predict timing with 100% accuracy. But here's the important part, the real takeaway. This kind of agreement among reputable analysts is rare. I've been in this space for over 7.5 years, and it's not often that you see almost every top analyst out there roughly agreeing on what's coming. When that happens, it really stands out and makes you pay attention. Chart analyst Dom just shared an update on XRP, and it's worth your attention. He mentioned that it's been over a month since his last analysis on XRP/USD, but now's the time to tune in. Why? Because we've hit a key breakout zone between $2.20 and $2.30. By the way, this update is fresh. It was shared this afternoon at 12:38 p.m. Don points out that this zone is packed with significance. It's the apex of the 1 month and 3 month anchored VWAPs from every swing point over the last 4 months. Plus it aligns with the 160-day downtrend dating all the way back to the all-time high. All of this coming together points to one thing. This could be a huge moment for the bulls to step up and possibly mark the start of a new bullish trend. Now, let's be real. He's always super careful with how he phrases things. So if he's saying, hey, this might actually be the moment, I'm paying attention. He's got a solid track record when it comes to covering XRP and crypto overall. Here's an interesting post from chart analyst Greg Crypto featuring an XRP/BTC chart. His message: "You're not bullish enough." He points out inverted hammer candles and suggests this is the pattern playing out right now. In short, he's saying, number go up. Let's not forget, XRP has already outperformed Bitcoin this market cycle, and according to Greg, it's far from finished. He believes XRP will continue to dominate and leave Bitcoin trailing behind. Here's a post from Crypto Insight UK, and he simply said, "It's coming here," referencing a specific level. He pointed to a price of $12.69 for XRP, and while I'm not sure if the bolding was intentional, it wouldn't surprise me. He's been predicting double-digit prices for XRP this cycle after all. In fact, he believes XRP could peak somewhere between $20 and $30 cycle. Who knows? We'll have to wait and see. Personally, I don't make price predictions. The furthest I'll go is to look at historical trends and share my thoughts on what might happen. But I'll always admit, I don't know for sure. I'll be honest, I'm not a big chart guy, so throwing out specific price predictions would feel like making stuff up, and that's not my style. That said, looking at historic trends, I can definitely get a sense of what might be possible. And let's be real, with the fundamental strength of XRP, it's hard to imagine it not being one of the top performers, if not the top performer in the top 100. That's really all I'm saying. Now, on top of that, there's some buzz going around. Someone shared XRP's hourly liquidity, and there's this zone just above where things seem to be heating up. If you check out the red section, it's creeping up to $2.40. So who knows? Maybe something big really is just around the corner. Check this out. Chart analyst Tethys Crypto is calling an XRP bull flag. Another analyst jumping in saying same thing, bull flag ready to break. And chart analyst Peppa, same vibe. It's 44-day bull flag is coming to an end. Notice the pattern here. It's all pointing in the same direction. And here's the best part. I covered this in my last video where I highlighted a couple of articles from CoinDesk and Cointelegraph. Both were saying XRP is gearing up for a big move to the upside. And guess what? Here's another one backing it up. You can't make this stuff up. Honestly, I can't really disagree with the analysis here. It comes from a chart analyst at Cointelegraph named Benjamin Tamuli. I think that's how you say it. The article is titled, "XRP price saw a month-long 420% rally the last time this metric turned green." Now, let's be real. Cointelegraph has spent years being pretty critical of XRP. I mean, we've seen everything from irrational hate and misinformation to outright lies about XRP mixed in with occasional legitimate reporting. It's been a wild ride, to say the least. But here's the interesting part. It seems like they're finally coming around. After all the negative press and skepticism, they're now admitting that XRP could actually take off. It's funny how things change, right? They couldn't see the potential when XRP was at rock bottom prices against Bitcoin, but now it looks like they're starting to get it. Back then, they just couldn't see it, even though we had plenty of historical data showing that when it hits a historic low, that's exactly the time it starts moving. And sure enough, it did in November, but they couldn't admit it at the time, could they? Nope, not at all. Now, though, maybe they're finally starting to get it. At least I hope so. Although, let's be honest, there are still plenty of people out there who aren't fans of XRP. All right, so here's the scoop. After hitting an all-time high of $3.40 back in January, XRP has been delivering more modest returns over the past few months. That said, it's still been holding strong, closing every monthly candle above $2.00 since December 2024. Pretty solid, right? Now, here's an interesting tidbit. XRP's trading volumes on Binance during Q2 have dropped to their lowest levels since August 2020. Does that mean something's wrong? Nope, not at all. This kind of dip in volume is totally normal after a big surge. It's not a bad sign. It's just how the market works. In fact, lower volumes like this often come before major moves. When you see a reduction in volume, it doesn't automatically mean a breakout is coming, but it's something that tends to happen before big price moves. That's pretty common. Over the past few months, XRP's price range has been consolidating, which is worth paying attention to. Here's the exciting part. Recent data from CryptoQuant suggests that whale addresses might be gearing up for a big breakout. Even Cointelegraph is saying that XRP could break out at any moment. It's great to see others noticing this too. So here's the scoop. XRP's 90-day moving average for whale flows turned positive at the start of May. This was a big shift after the negative flows we saw from January to April during that long correction phase. Basically, it looks like whales are back, and that's a good sign for market sentiment. Now, if we dig into the charts, the bullish trend in whale flows actually kicked off in early August 2024, lining up with a massive 420% breakout for XRP in Q4. And here's the kicker. If you measure from the actual breakout point, XRP's peak hit over 500%. So yeah, it really depends on where you're measuring from, but either way, those are some impressive numbers. Anyway, the fact that these flows are currently surpassing last year's levels could push XRP to new highs as soon as Q4 2025. Of course, the exact timeline is up for debate. Plenty of analysts have shared their predictions about when they think it's most likely to happen. The reality is, no one really knows for sure. Personally, I take most of those predictions with a grain of salt. It's fine to say, hey, based on historical trends, here's what it might look like if history repeats itself. That's totally fair. But if you're just going off charts alone, let's be honest, no one has all the answers. What we do know is that this wallet data reflects growing investor confidence. I won't spend too much time on this, but I have to bring it up because it's something I've been talking about a lot lately. Let's check this out. It's supporting the bullish momentum on-chain futures trader. Dom pointed out some big moves in large XRP wallets, specifically wallets holding over 1 million XRP, hit a record high of 2,850. Meanwhile, wallets with over 10,000 XRP have grown by 6.2% this year, reaching 306,000. I already touched on this in a previous video, so I'll keep it short, but I had to share. Even Cointelegraph is calling attention to this, which is great to see. Check out this post from TechDev, one of the top chart analysts out there. With 532,000 followers on X, he made it super clear things are about to get moving. He's pointing out that the business cycle has already bottomed for this market and is starting to move up. So what usually happens next? If you look at the past cycles, Bitcoin tends to take off first and then altcoins follow right behind. Pretty exciting, right? TechDev laid it out plain and simple. Things are about to get started. He also shared a great post from the blockchain backer. Happy Saturday, just over here minding my business, being bullish. Honestly, I love that energy. When the blockchain backer starts sharing posts like this, you know he means business. He's not one to overhype things, so when he says he believes something big is about to happen, it's worth paying attention. And honestly, a lot of analysts agree this could be the moment we've all been waiting for. Exciting times for XRP holders, right? Truly believe we're on the brink of something life-changing here. My conviction is strong. Could I be wrong? Sure. There's always that chance. If things don't go as hoped, maybe it all crashes and I lose it all. But do I think that's the likely outcome? Not at all. I'm convinced we're about to hit price discovery and see some jaw-dropping moves. That said, I'm not a financial advisor. Please don't make any buying or selling decisions just because of what I say. Always do your own research. It's super important. Thanks for watching. If you got value from this breakdown, drop a like, subscribe for real XRP updates, and don't forget to check out Bybit using my link below. You get a deposit bonus and it helps this channel grow. Win